So thank you again for tuning to my channel today. I'm Inspired Grizel, and if you haven't subscribed to this channel, go ahead and do so. So basically, what do we do on this channel? We try to encourage you to within you to be the best version of you that you could possibly be, okay? So right, I'll be taking us through I don't want to call it a series, but it's going to come in different phases, okay? There's so many stories if you go online from people who have an idea of what they are talking about, for people who are so ignorant about what they're talking about, but yet they still have an opinion, okay? So I'll be sharing with you my experience in Dubai. I'll also be sharing with you a few tips on how to get a better job, or just I'll share with you lots of stuff, all right? So when one video ends, then we'll know how we're gonna schedule the other one based on your questions, right? Yeah, so I'm a Cameroonian, for those who did not know, and I'm based in Dubai. Yeah, I've been in Dubai for close to 5 years, to the glory of God, okay? Now, my journey when I came to Dubai, it wasn't funny at the beginning, but I thank God, right? I thank God. Now, I'll give us a background story, because people keep saying Dubai, these Africans here, all these countries, they make Africans to suffer, and this and that and that and that. No, I don't agree. I don't agree. Because the problem of a man is not the country, it's the man. Okay? If you feel like the laws in a nation do not suit you, stay in your own country, okay? No one is forcing you to be here. But if you come out here, then you have to be intentional about what you want and how you want to make your life better. Okay? So I'll just share my story, and as I said, what I do is I try to advise people. I've heard so many stories, okay, and some are sad, some are true, some are fake. There's so much going on online. Oh, Cameroonian ladies in Dubai do this, Cameroonians in Dubai do this, Cameroonian ladies in Dubai are prostitutes, and this and that and that and that. All those are stories for the gods, right? Forgive my expression, okay? So I'll share a bit of my story. Dubai was never in my plan. Yeah, you can check that with God. It was never. Like, I never even saw myself here. I never imagined, or I didn't even imagine, like, how does Dubai look like? What kind of people are there, okay? But God has his ways. But you see, that's the funny thing. Some people just run into Dubai because every other person is in Dubai, and they don't even do any form of research, and they come here and the next thing they're complaining. Dubai is a beautiful city. I'm telling you, this place made me to have an appreciation for God in a new level. Like, how can a desert be this amazing? You know, we have all these resources back in Africa, but we can't even have power constant. There's no electricity. And here in a desert, I've been here for like all these years. I've never experienced lights out, okay? Unless when you don't pay your bills. Yeah, that's another story though. Okay, so now the point of this video, like I said, I'm sharing my story. I didn't have any plans of coming to Dubai. By then, I was doing my CIMA. I'd finished my bachelor's, and I was studying for CIMA, which is a professional management accounting program, okay? And by the time I was rounding up that program, I was also in church. I was doing a program called WOFB, and I just really needed direction, because that phase in my life was a bit was a bit funny. Story for another day again, okay? So my little brother, okay, I love him so much. He's just... him and I, we grew too fast. Yeah. So my little brother now tells me, I know you're a pushful person. After your CIMA, why don't you go to Dubai? Try to see if you can find something better, because Cameroon, they keep telling you you need to know somebody that knows somebody that knows another somebody before you get a job. I mean, that's what people say, but it's not the same for everybody, okay? And before I knew it, he's like, send your passport copy. I sent the copy. He's like, send a clear photocopy of your passport size picture. I sent it. And on my part, I began to read about Dubai, what they allow, what they don't allow. But, you know, reading and being there and seeing the reality, they're two different things, because online now there's every sort of thing. And before I knew it, by the time I was rushing on my program, he tells me, your visa is ready, you're traveling this day. I didn't know where I was going to stay, so I mean, I had money for accommodation, but I really didn't know with who, because I didn't know anybody here. Yeah, so to say. And I speak to a friend, she connects me to another one, and then I meet this guy. He picks me up at the airport. First, I was a mess at the airport. Oh my goodness, he had hours. So I used the toilet and it flushed by itself. I was like, oh my God. Right? I know, okay? So I got there and this guy takes me to where I'm gonna stay. Now, before I came, I'd conditioned my mind. This is not home. I'm not going to be expecting some kind of luxury or VIP treatment. I was ready to hustle, right? And get my family, put my family in a better place, okay? Take care of my mom or my siblings. Just do what I have to do that is godly, because I told God before I came, if you won't go with me, I'm not gonna come. So I did my research. I knew there was a church, so I'm not, okay, spiritually I'm going to be nourished and I'm going to grow. I did my research. I know that, okay, getting a job, you need to sell yourself. They go for interviews, you have all this CV and stuff. When I got to where I was staying, it was a bed space. I've been to a boarding school before, so I mean, it felt cool. And I was sleeping, my bed was the top. But then the AC, I did not like it. I did not like it at all. But that's where I was and I had to deal with it. But then I was focused. I had my laptop. I stayed on my machine. I kept applying for jobs. And people kept telling me, you need to put those your other things aside here in Dubai. Oh, you're not going to get an office job. But that's the mentality with Africans. And Africans in Abu Hail. I feel like there's some bad spirit or energy in Abu Hail area. The neighborhood where Africans are. It's like some people call it the airport in Dubai. Like when you land, that's the first place you go to. Then by the time you figure out yourself and life, you begin to get into the other, in quotes, posh areas. Yeah. They kept telling me, sometimes, I mean, people would walk up to me and they were truly concerned. You're such a beautiful girl. You can't just let your visa expire without getting something. You can just go for a cleaner or this or that. No, there's nothing wrong with cleaning jobs, but I just knew it wasn't me. And I knew the God that brought me here. And I was confident of what I have and that I'm going to get a job and the kind of job I desire. It took me some time. I'll go for an interview. They'll tell me they'll get back to you, but they won't get back, you know. And then some when you go. I mean, I didn't have a problem of when I go there, you're like, oh, you're African. Because most times when people hear me talk, then maybe they think I'm from some other place, right? But I didn't have that challenge because I know there are stories too. People go out there for jobs and they're like, oh, we don't want Africans, or they treat you funny. But that was not my story. But the job wasn't coming. But I was thankful. I was praiseful. So one day I was going out and this guy walks up to me. He's like, you're such a beautiful girl. And you can't just let your life waste. You know, you can get something, you know, in the meantime to just get a stay here and that and that and that. And that's the trap most people fall into. It's not wrong, but you need to have a vision before you take that step. Okay? If you tell yourself, okay, I'm just going to get a cleaner job, I work for a while and I improve and I get better, that's a different story. Okay? Because I know of a guy, when he came, he was so stranded because he was scammed. Oh my God, that's another story again. He was scammed and he didn't have where to stay. This guy was practically sleeping in the rooftop. Sometimes he used to beg and sneak into the room to sleep in the night. Then he has to work. He took a job for 800 dirhams as a cleaner, as a security guy. He worked for a year, less than a year. He got his certification because actually he did computer sciences in the UB, in University of Buea. And from there, the next job that guy landed was in the millions in CFA. I'm telling you, he had a vision. But the funny thing is there are people that came with him that same time that are still in that security job and still in the bed space and still in that. So it's not about the country. It's about you. What do you want for yourself? People kept telling me, oh, this, that, all you do is go to church. All you do is go to church. And I was so focused that I had a mind of my own. I had an orientation. I didn't let the negative energy change me. Ask the ladies that were in my bed space, where 4 of us in the bed space where I was. Ask them, they would tell you, like, I was focused. And that was a grooming I had from back home. I wasn't just coming here to just, you know. And 5 days to my visa expiring, I walk in for this interview. And it wasn't even an interview. The guy tells me, start the next day. And people were amazed where I was. They were wondering, like, how did you do it? How did you do it? How did you do it? And I said, oh, glory to God. And I came home within 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks. My visa was out, but I actually returned 2 weeks after. Went through the whole medical process and everything, and I started work. Was it easy? No. But did I get what I desired? Yes. Now, the truth with Dubai is you are the one to sell yourself. But when you come to Dubai, one of the things that is very prime is where you stay and the people you stay with. Because if you go and stay where the person that has the best space has been in Dubai for 10 years and they have nothing to show for it, they will make you know that that's the limit you can ever get. They will make you know that the highest kind of salary you can ever get is maybe 1,200 dirhams. But that's a lie. I know Cameroonians in this city, I know other nationalities that are making it big time, and they're taking care of their families. They're trying to impact their world in different ways. So I'm going to wrap up for today. This is just a part of my journey. I will talk to us again about how to, when you're looking for a job, how to present yourself, how to better go out there. Okay, so if this video has been interesting, just comment down, tell me what more you want to hear, and we're going to talk about it. I love you, but God loves you more. I'm Inspired Grizel. Stay blessed.